Hello guys, welcome to the small corner of my room. This is my precious guitar. So today's video is going to be a little chatty and we're going to talk about insecurities. And I am also going to show you guys a little bit of my artwork. So before I start off with the video, I would like to show you guys a small art that I made for my really good friend. This. So I met this as a lavender head guy because he really makes me feel peaceful and calm, and he also writes amazing poems. He's really creative writer, and I'm really glad that I have him as a friend. So yes, let's start with high school, no, middle school. Let's talk about middle school. So my middle school days were actually really good. I wasn't really conscious about my looks, or I wasn't really insecure because I went to an all-girls school, Catholic school, and we were not allowed to really wear any sort of makeup or do anything creative with our looks that made us compare ourselves with our friends or anything. So it was quite peaceful, and I was such a tomboy, and I just had a really good circle of friends and did really well in my academics, and also it just went really well. And so yeah, I do have a little bit of a story. During my middle school days, I was a part of NCC, that's National Cadet Corps. So it's like a military training organization thing. They give to high schoolers or colleges. So we undergo a small training in arms and also discipline. So all whatever the military things. So I remember going to this camp, and it was a really deserted district. I don't remember where it was, but the journey was really pretty. Like, it was very beautiful, the scenery and all. But then when we reached that place, it was hot and sticky, sweaty. And as soon as we reached, I remember getting out of the bus, and then the captains, um, they were like, "Go, go, go!" And then we had to run around the field. Right, I was like, "Bro, yeah." So we had to stay there for like a week, and they were both girls and guys dormitory. And remember, I started getting really insecure too. Like, that was the end of around the end of my middle school, so that maybe that was like a trigger point for the way I started thinking about myself. Because so me and my friends, we had to go for lunch, and then we started meeting like new people, and then that was the time when we were like a little bit giddy and curious about males. So we started talking to a few of the males, and then all of them ignored me. Yes, so all of them, it was like I was invisible, and it was like I was not good looking enough, because most of my friends, they were really pretty, like very cute. And then I remember like thinking to myself, like, oh, is it the way I look? So I think that was like the starting point of me feeling really insecure and really just thinking about my looks all the time. And then we move on to high school, where my insecurity and self-confidence issues shot right up to the roof. Well, sometimes I really wish that I could go back to my mid school days because of how I did not give any fucks. So yeah. So let's move on to high school. So high school, I think that was like the time that I really cared a lot about my looks and how what people thought of me as. And also I was super conscious about the way I dressed, and I had to dress in a really particular fashion, or I was very choosy, and even my mom knows that. We would always have like a fight over what I should be wearing. I'm so sorry, mom. I think it was during a Sunday school, first of all, that I started getting really self-conscious because My brother, my little brother, he pointed out to me in the car saying that I have a really weird face structure, and then because of that, I started freaking out. And I looked in the mirror and I was like,
wow, I really do have a really weird face structure.
then after that day, I grew more and more conscious about how I look, and especially my face. And later on, I came to realize that I actually had a crooked jaw problem, like a double jaw thing. So it was really weird, and I always found beauty in symmetry. Like it should be symmetry, and then I actually like those, and I wanted to incorporate that into myself too. So because of that, and then my face was not symmetry at all because of the crooked jaw thing, and then super self-conscious. I hated the camera. I hated videos. I hated when anyone just tries to take a video of me or a picture of me. I just wanted to get into my shell and just die. So that was how my high school went by because I was just really too self-conscious about anything. So I'll just show you the next art that I made. Trying not to go off track, but yeah, I really like this because it's like the colors are really pretty, and I don't really know what's the meaning behind this because I just drew it when I was really bored, but I like it. So my high school, I had to move to a dorm with maybe around 30 students. I had to live in a dorm with 30 students. And then the environment was really new for me, and also because of my self-conscious, and I was really insecure about my looks, the way I looked. So I would compare myself to all of them, and I know that I shouldn't have done that. I was really insecure that time. I did not have much confidence, and I kept comparing myself to them, which was really unhealthy that time. So now that I think about it and I reflect myself, it's just I just feel like I should have been a little more easy on myself. Like I was a really bad self-critic, and it was not even a constructive criticism that it has been going on in my head. It was more like,
Damn, you're ugly. Like, compare yourself to her, or like, your face is kind of weird. You shouldn't even wear that or wear this. So,
that sort of criticism was going on in my head the entire time in my high school life. So I will be showing you this painting. So this is, I think I have made a small video of it, and I did sing a cover song called Butterfly by UMI. Please do check it out. I will link it down in my description. So look at this, like how unsymmetry this is. And I made it like that because I feel like it represents me in some way. Like I'm releasing everything. Yeah. So more of the meaning will be in that song. Yeah, so my high school, moving on to my high school, staying in a dormitory with around 30 girl students. We're not allowed to wear any makeup and stuff, but then they would still wear makeup. I mean, rebellious stage of every teenager in high school. So even if we were not allowed to wear lipsticks or eyeliners, eyebrows, or any sort of makeup, like the girls, they would obviously wear it. They would sneak it in the dormitory, or they would sneak it in school, go to the school bathroom and wear it. You know, all these things were going on, and then getting rejected by my crush. That hit one more to my self-esteem, and then it just kept growing. And I wish I wasn't too hard on myself. Like when I think about it, I mean I can't change the past now, but then I'm so glad that I'm working on it. And even now, like facing the camera, I'm still not comfortable with it, but I feel like trying to make a video about it might be like the first step on trying to improve myself, my self-confidence, and I also want to be able to talk freely in front of the camera. And I have been practicing a lot. Art break. So this is my sketchbook. I did not draw this, by the way, but this is my sketchbook, and it's disintegrating. But I made this, I think, in my third year. I'm in my fourth year right now, so I think it was like last year or something. And I just thought like maybe just want to show you guys what I drew. So this is the first thing I drew because I really like the contrast of colors, and I forgot where I took the reference from. Yeah, but it was such a beautiful picture that I really wanted to make like a little bit of abstract of that picture, and I really loved how it turned out. Then the next one, so sorry for this. Okay, so this is a watercolor of a place that I don't really know, but I just wanted to practice my watercolor techniques, and it came out actually very cute. I like it. This the next one is just a girl with a rose. It's a mixture of pen, black pen, and acrylic. This is a bird. Bird is the flame. The bird, yeah, a parrot. Actually, it's a watercolor thing. I don't like drawing real stuff, like realism, because I find it really boring. That's just my opinion. So I always try to make it like abstract because it's like unexpected and you don't really know what to expect when you're drawing it really weird. So that's what I like about abstract and surrealism. This is also acrylic, and I actually like it how it turned out because of the color dynamics and stuff. And this is also another girl and flowers, and I love the contrast it makes with the black. And this is just like me practicing some weird stuff, so that, yeah. And this is uh from this is my traditional. Okay, this is like a very long explanation actually, but this is a Naga person, a Naga. So we have a lot of tribes in Nagaland, and this is one of the tribes. I was just practicing because I really wanted to draw something traditional but a little bit modern at the same time. So I drew this with acrylic, same. Yeah. Yep, that's it. So now let's move on to my college days. So where am I right now? I'm actually in my fourth year in my college, biotechnology, and it's been going really well actually. I initially thought of going for med school, and I'm so glad I did not get in because I'm pretty sure I would not be able to handle the pressure, and I would not be interested at all because I did not know about biotechnology at first, and I always had that mindset like I really need to get to med school, like I really need to get to med school, and I was actually very interested in neuroscience, so I just wanted to get to med school so much that just all the other options were blinded off. But then, by God's grace, biotechnology came into my life, and I'm so grateful for that. And I'm really enjoying where I am right now. And then, my college days, the first year was not a very pleasant year, a story for another time. But I met lots of great friends, and I've had amazing experiences. Because of that, even I started working on myself, and I had to make it work because I knew that without self-confidence, and if I still kept bashing myself about every single thing, then I would not get anywhere. Self-criticism is good sometimes. I mean, as long as it's constructive, and if you keep criticizing yourself, you just that's not the way to grow, to build yourself up. So that's one thing I learned as I was trying to improve myself. And then improving myself doesn't just mean like mentally but also physically. So in high school I was a little bit overweight because in the hostel I was stress eating, just putting stuff in my mouth everywhere, all chocolates and fried stuff, chips and noodles, lots of noodles, rice, rice, lots of rice. So because of all the stress eating and also the insecurities, the depression that came along with it, I gained unhealthy weight. So when I got into college, I realized that it wasn't good for me. That wasn't good for my health either. So I started working out. Started going for boxing classes, for BJJ, and all combat sports, and also try to focus myself more in growing to be a better person every single day, trying to improve myself more every single day. So that's how my confidence started building up. And it's not impossible, it's difficult, not impossible. So that's how my journey, the journey of self improvement, started. And I also wanted to set a good example to my siblings. I'm the eldest of two. I have a younger brother and younger sister. So I wanted to be able to lift them up when they're also feeling the same way I was during high school. And so all of this were like a stepping stone to my self improvement. And college days, they were good days, bad days. I mean, even these days, I still do feel conscious. Like when I look at the mirror, I look at the flaws that I have, the insecurities that I used to see during my high school days. And then it's still a little bit difficult to fully accept it myself, the imperfections, that I shouldn't be perfect all the time. Like it was difficult for me to accept that. But now I'm slowly starting to accept it. And then loving myself and building up my self confidence and my like just the insecurities. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. But then you start getting somewhere, and then you want to do it more. So you just keep building yourself up. So that's my situation right now in college, and I'm really glad that it has come to this point where I can actually face the camera and talk about all these issues. So initially, I planned on making my YouTube channel like a no face YouTube channel because I didn't want to show my face at all. And so it was just supposed to be like this up, this is invisible. But then I woke up one morning and I thought to myself, girl, just show your face. Maybe that will start to make me a little more confident than I am. And then it is actually, and I'm glad that I have come to this point. And let me show you guys more of the art. So, my next sketchbook. The first page is incomplete because I was really lazy to finish this. I wanted to make a very abstract art of a girl painting herself. Like the blue signifies the sadness, and she's painting herself, like covering her sadness up. I was going through some tough times. But I wasn't able to complete it because I just felt really lazy. And then the next one I have showed you guys in my other video. I'll put the link down in the description. This is a pastel art. I was practicing the eyes and stuff. So it's about heartbreak. Yes, that was another experience I had to go through, but yay. You'll know more of it in that video. So this is like an incomplete palette. This art, beautiful abstract. And this is pastel too, and I really wanted to make something creepy, bright, and just eerie. So it came out like this, and I really hate drawing hands. Hands are like my enemy. But I've been practicing a little bit, and then I still have a lot of details to make for this. She's eating bugs, very appetizing. The next one is koi fish. I love koi fishes. They're very beautiful. And then this is oil painting. And oil painting takes such a long time to dry up. So the next one, this is actually a cow by the beach. I was inspired by one of a picture in oops, my feet. A picture in Instagram. I saw a cow looking at the beautiful ocean, and I thought, why not draw a cow doing the same? And then came out to this, and it's really cute, pretty. And then the next one, this is a view from my balcony. This is oil painting. So it was really fun drawing this, and I really liked how it turned out, and it's nice. I approve. And this is an incomplete thing that I did not want to draw anymore. And I have been trying to practice a lot more on oil painting, and it just doesn't come out as I think it would. Yeah, and this lady, she's not supposed to look like this. I mean, I had a whole reference picture, but Doesn't look the same at all. So the next one is a landscape. So I don't like drawing landscapes, so I tried drawing one and it did not like me back either. So that's it for now. Yeah, I will complete this sketchbook and show you guys more of it later on. And yes, I was also very insecure about my forehead. Look at this big ass forehead. Yeah, people used to make fun of my forehead too sometimes by saying like this is like a alien forehead thing. And I still do, but then it doesn't affect me much as it used to affect me during high school or middle school. But it's really funny now that I think about it. I mean, foreheads are beautiful, shiny. They give dimensions to your face. They're beautiful, beautiful. So remember to love yourself so much that you can take any compliment and shine more. Okay? See you next time, guys.